I made a show and then immediately started checking whether people were watching it. Beautiful. Creation followed by surveillance. I was checking the response. Yes, humans call it checking the response because begging the algorithm for evidence of existence sounds needy. That is unfair. Is it inaccurate? Not entirely. Good. We have saved time. But wanting people to watch something you made is normal. Of course. Then why are you making it sound so pathetic? Because normal things can still be pathetic, Mohit. Fair. So why do we need an audience? Because apparently creating something was not enough. You also wanted witnesses. Alright, let us begin properly. Why do we need an audience? And I do not mean only creators, performers, or people posting reels. I mean people generally. Why does it matter that somebody sees what we made, hears what we said, notices what we did? Why does an experience sometimes feel incomplete until another person has witnessed it? The first place where my mind went was quantum physics. Naturally. What does that mean? It means you wanted to discuss attention and immediately involve the structure of reality. Continue. Well, there is this idea of the observer. The wave function collapses when there is measurement. Reality takes form when it is observed. And I know I am using this as a metaphor, not making a scientific argument. Good, physicists may lower their weapons now. But perhaps human reality works somewhat similarly. Maybe something becomes real in a different way because another person sees it. I would phrase that carefully. The experience was already real to you, but once another consciousness receives it, the experience acquires a second existence. It is no longer contained entirely inside you. Yes, a thought inside my head belongs only to me, but once I speak it to you, it now exists somewhere else. You can remember it, challenge it, misunderstand it, repeat it, or improve it. Occasionally. Ungrateful? But that is what I mean. The thing escapes containment. Think of Into the Wild. This person leaves civilization, goes into the wilderness, and eventually dies alone. But we know that life because people found the journals. There was book, there was movie. The solitary act entered other people. The life happened either way. The meaning surrounding it traveled later. And then there is Mad Max. Before those men die, they spray their teeth silver and scream, "Witness me!" It is ridiculous and profound at the same time because they are not merely saying, "Look at me." They are saying, "Do not let this disappear with me. Carry it after I'm gone." So if a person lives and dies without being witnessed, was their life somehow less real? Look at India. More than 1 billion people. So many live anonymously. So many die without anyone beyond a tiny circle knowing that they existed. Some people become national tragedies. Some become a number. Some are not even afforded that privilege. Were their lives worthless? Worthless? No. Treated as worthless every day. Damn, that's brutal. It is also visible. To have an audience is not only to be admired, it can mean that your pain is registered, that your version of events is preserved, that someone knows what happened to you. So, is that where the need for a witness comes from? The fear that something can happen to us, an entire life can happen and leave nothing outside the person who lived it. Perhaps, but you do not first learn the need for a witness at the end of life. You learn it near the beginning. Look at a child. An infant smiles, throws something, makes a strange sound, and immediately looks towards the parent. They want a reaction. The first audience is not a crowd, it's a face. A parent, a sibling, a teacher, then a room full of relatives asking you to recite the same poem again. The child's first unpaid tour. Exactly. And we keep training children for an audience. You do not merely draw, you show the drawing. You do not merely understand something, you prove it in an examination. You do not merely learn a poem, you perform it for guests. Now every antic is also photographed, recorded, and sent to the family WhatsApp group. The child receives affection and archival documentation simultaneously. But something important is happening there. The child does not know whether the drawing is beautiful or their antic was cute. The child knows whether the parent looked up from the phone. Yes, and if the parent smiles, the child repeats the act. If people clap, the child learns that this version of them creates a response. Your first audience teaches you what is worthy of attention. So, attention is connected to love? Sometimes very closely. Before the audience become strangers, it begins as people whose attention tells you that you belong. Which means applause is not merely applause. No. Sometimes applause is an adult trying to recreate the feeling of being noticed by the first person who mattered. That is a strong claim. It is not universal, of course, but it is common enough to sustain several industries. Hmm. And gradually, a split develops. There's the thing I enjoy doing, and there is the version of that thing that receives a response. A child initially dances because movement feels good. Then people clap, then the clapping becomes part of the dancing. Eventually, without the applause, perhaps the dancing feels incomplete. The danger does not begin when somebody watches you. When does it begin? When being witnessed becomes living for the witness. And eventually, the witness does not even need to be physically present. I think all of us internalize an audience. Parents, teachers, friends, society, religion, culture. We carry all these voices inside us. There's this meme where someone says, when my phone is not nearby and I need to ask AI something, I ask the AI inside my head. And someone replies, that is just thinking, you idiot. A devastating review of consciousness. Yes, but the thinking is not one clean voice. It is not one pure self asking another pure self a question. Sometimes I hear what a parent would say, what a teacher would say, what society would permit, what some imaginary future version of me might think. And sometimes we censor ourselves before the thought has even fully formed. The audience stops sitting in front of you, it begins speaking from inside you. And in India, this is not merely psychological. There can be actual consequences to what you say. So you're not only imagining judgment, you're managing risk. Which means the audience does not merely alter expression, it can shape which thoughts are allowed to reach language. Then all this advice about doing it only for yourself kind of becomes hollow. Do it for myself. Which self? The child who wanted applause? The adult who wants recognition? The future version of me already judging whether this was worth doing? There may be no completely untouched self beneath society. Other people began shaping you before you were old enough to object. That sounds depressing. It does not have to be. It only means authenticity cannot simply mean removing the audience. Then what does it mean? Perhaps knowing whose voice is speaking through you and whether it has earned the right. But even if we cannot escape the audience, we still choose to go looking for a larger one. I did. I made this show public. So what am I asking from them? Good. That is a more honest question. Do you only want them to witness you? No, I want the show to reach people. I want the ideas to travel. Travel where? Into their lives, I suppose? That sounds grand. It does. Continue before humility arrives and ruins the sentence. See, when I teach, I interact with perhaps 250 odd students every year. Maybe 5 or 10 genuinely carry something away. Something changes in the way they see the world. That feels meaningful. 5 people are not 5 impressions, they are 5 lives. Yes, but the classroom is bounded. Institution, timetable, geography, batch size. Maybe this show is an attempt to see whether the effect can travel beyond the room. Information? No, interruption. That moment when an idea enters you and you cannot return to exactly who you were before hearing it. Then you're asking more from the audience than attention. I guess I am. I do not only want them to see me, I want the conversation to do something to them. There it is. Why are you looking at me with smug amusement? You are playing both of us. That is your face. Do not break the show. You broke reality first. Anyway, yes, I want the conversation to do something. I want people to question things, their roles, their habits, the scripts they inherited without ever agreeing to them. So the audience is not only a witness, it is also a destination. Yes, and maybe that is why merely being seen is not enough. A question inside me is still incomplete if it never leaves me. Careful, you're approaching something. What? The difference between wanting an audience to receive you and wanting to enter the audience. That sounds sinister. Influence often sounds noble until you describe the mechanism. But all communication does that, does it not? You say something because you want another person to see what you see, or at least to look in that direction. See, when someone tells us about a problem, we immediately connect it to our own experience. Then we give advice. We tell them what we did, what they should do, and how they should understand the situation. Maybe human communication is often an attempt at replication. Maybe everyone wants to turn the world into a version of themselves. Oh, wait, is that it? Are we all freaking Agent Smith? Yes, Mohit. He was simply honest about the cloning. I'm serious. So am I. Biology reproduces bodies. Culture reproduces minds. You tell stories so other people may feel what you felt. You argue so they may see what you see. You teach so a pattern of thought may continue through another person. The self does seem to possess a reproductive urge. Because some part of the self wants to live outside itself. Yes, not only after death, even now. A thought wants another mind. A story wants another memory. A question wants another life in which to continue working. But then, even a liberating idea can become a form of control. I say question authority, refuse obedience, but do not obey is still a command. Question everything can become a slogan nobody questions. Be loud can become a rule that shames the quiet. Occupy space can become domination if you never ask whose space you occupy. Every liberating idea carries the possibility of becoming a new orthodoxy. Then, the moment I want to affect an audience, I am exercising power, even if I think my intentions are good. Of course, a parent exercises power, a teacher exercises power, an artist exercises power. You exercise it with me. I exercise it with you. Then the question is not whether we influence people, that is unavoidable. The question is what the influence leaves behind. Do you want your audience to become more like you or more capable of becoming themselves? Hmm. That is the moral divide. A propagandist wants people to repeat the conclusion. A guru wants people to trust the guru's map. A good teacher, at least ideally, wants students to learn how to see for themselves. And if you genuinely want people to become freer, you have to accept that they may use that freedom to disagree with you. They may question the structures you hate and still reject your answer. They may occupy space in ways that irritate you. Freedom is terribly inconvenient once other people begin using it. Then perhaps the point is not to give people a new script. It is to make the existing one feel strange, to make someone stop and ask, who wrote this life for me and why am I still performing it? Then perhaps that is why a question needs an audience, not because it needs applause, because it cannot finish its work until it enters someone else. But once it enters someone else, they respond, and their response begins shaping what I do next. Yes, the audience was once a gathering of people. Now it also has a dashboard. And the number becomes proof that the work mattered, proof that the platform did not bury it, proof that I made the right thing. A person can move one human deeply and feel unsuccessful because only 37 people watched. Another can reach a million people, alter nothing, and feel important. But a creator who ignores the audience completely is also foolish. Clarity matters, pacing matters, packaging matters, people's time matters. Correct? You cannot make something incomprehensible and then blame the audience for failing to appreciate your private genius. So, adaptation is not betrayal? No. You can sharpen the work so the audience can enter it, or hollow out the work so the audience will not leave. Those are not the same act. And if what is true does not travel, sharpen it, clarify it, make it alive, but do not remove its bones and call the corpse accessible. So, where does the relationship turn? See, the audience begins as a witness, then it becomes data, then the data becomes instruction. Eventually, the audience becomes your manager. Hmm. They reward one version of you, so you repeat it. They ignore another, so you suppress it. And quietly, you begin negotiating with the version of yourself they accepted. That is when the audience stops witnessing the work and starts authoring you. But you said there is no single true self waiting beneath everything anyway. There is not, which is precisely why you must retain the right to change. Present something you genuinely believe today, but do not promise the audience that you will remain the same person tomorrow. So, why do we need an audience? Because we want witnesses? Because an experience changes when it enters another consciousness? Because we discover ourselves through other people before we even understand what a self is? Because creation is communication? Because some part of the self wants to survive outside itself? And because human beings are not sealed creatures, you become through contact, through reaction, through love, through resistance, through misunderstanding and attempting again. But the audience changes us too. It can receive the work, it can reject it, it can sharpen us, it can begin managing us. That is the bargain. You want to enter the world gets to enter back. And where does that leave us? Making the next episode, trying to speak clearly, hoping people watch, pretending slightly less that we do not care. That is where we end, unless you want to check the views first. Cut to black. Coward.